So this story has been coming across my timeline with this interracial couple. There's a black girl. She was in Tanzania with her white husband, lover, fiance, whatever the case may be. Apparently, she was popping it when it came to her relationship with the white man. Now, here's the issue I have with this. Why do people think you're jealous if you call out something? It doesn't mean you want to be that person. It means you may be calling out some inconsistencies. I don't understand why people say, "Oh, you're just jealous." Like, I ain't jealous. Like, I mean, I've been blessed to have relationships in my life, so I experience a lot more than the average person. Like me in particular, like I ain't gonna talk too much, but I have women who love the fuck out of me, and they happen to have money. So I travel a lot at an early age. So that traveling shit don't do nothing to me. I'm not sure what's wrong with my page. I can't pull it up. But apparently this white lady or this black lady, she was just popping it when it comes to her relationship with this white man. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, but the issue comes where you're trying to recruit other people to look at your narrative. Like, oh, they're better than black men. So the same thing they will do if it were the other way around, where there's a white guy, or sorry, a black man. Yo, this is not working. I gotta start this whole stream over. This is whack, yo. This is whack, yo. Come on, man. I've been listening to Gucci Mane all fucking day, so now I'm talking. Here we go. See, that took man long. Anyway, shit, I gotta start this whole. I ain't got that many followers yet, so it is what it is. So yeah, like, as long as you ain't talking shit like she was, apparently it wasn't like that crazy to pull up some old text messages or like comments on Instagram, her saying, yeah, these black men be beating their wives as if white men don't beat their wives too. We are a minority in the country, okay? We're only like 10 to 13%, apparently. 13% last time I checked. Might be less, might be more, who knows? So the majority of the crime is going to be the majority of the crime will be committed by the majority of the people. So I think black people only lead like one statistic when it comes to crime, and I am not excusing any behavior. So don't think like, oh no, white people are worse than us. That's a human. Doesn't matter what color you are. You can commit crime or atrocities. You can. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, you know why? Because in other countries where there's other majorities, majority Muslim, majority Asian, majority, there's always some fuck shit going on. Always. So this is not a melanin or lack of melanin thing. This is a human thing. All right? So what does that mean? That means anybody could commit evil. Any person, any skin color could commit evil. So in this case, she was trying to see black men are the ones who are most likely committing this evil, right? Now, fast forward, after she done made a whole Instagram committed to showing the good life or the soft life of this white man, she has now deceased. Now, a lot of people, more than one person, are saying this one thing. Because she's in Tanzania, an East African country, and a lot of countries in Africa, and I feel like I am qualified to talk about this because I did a big study on African countries, all 54 to be exact. A lot of corruption goes on. There's not a lot of checks and balances. There's not a lot of accountability going on. If you have the money, you can get away with a lot of shit. Point blank, period. So they're saying that he knew what he wanted to do. So he went to a country where he could buy off the police. And that's what it sounds like is going on right now. But let's see what he says.
Just because those guys are in that comment section doing that and behaving in that manner doesn't mean you got to match their energy and come up here and start airing out your grievances about black men, because it wasn't a black man that took that young lady's life. This is one thing we know for certain.
Ashley Robinson, known online as Ashley Janae, a 31-year-old lifestyle and travel influencer who openly identified herself as a divester. A woman who calls herself a divester is usually saying she's being intentional about who she dates, she's raising her standards financially, emotionally, and lifestyle wise, and she no longer entertains relationships that don't benefit her growth.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's choosing to date outside of her usual type, background, or her community. And with that being said, here enters Joe McCann. Now, Joe is a hedge fund manager and an executive who is currently the founder and CEO of Asymmetric Information, which has been acquired by MG Stover. And according to his LinkedIn page, McCann describes the venture as a stealth software firm which works primarily with crypto infrastructure and risk management. Now, Ashley had been vacationing at the Zuri Zanzibar Resort in Tanzania with her boyfriend, Joe. During the trip, she shared on Instagram that the two had gotten engaged after Joe proposed to her while they were on a safari. Now, she even posted a video capturing that special moment. Throughout the trip, Ashley appeared happy and fully enjoying herself.
Mm-hmm.
Photos and videos showed the couple smiling together.
Y'all gotta stop falling for this shit. Just because someone's smiling every day out there in picture, please understand this is like a snapshot. Someone's smiling because they got the perfect angle. That's all it is. When the cameras go off, they go right back to normal. I mean, I know a woman who every single chance she got, she took the best picture she could possibly do it. I was stuck in a damn. I was doing a catering gig and it's like a LGBT like Fire Island. There you go. I was doing catering. Oof, like 10 years ago. It's been a minute, and we were lost. Like it was getting dark outside, but she wanted to take a picture by the ocean. She wanted the flex for the gram. And we were like, yo, we got this luggage. We got all this catering gear. We got to go. It got dark fast. When I'm talking about, we are straight up in the sand, dragging luggage. And people said, go that way. And we were like literally at the, how you say, the mercy of these people who didn't even know us. So you're looking for the boat to go back to the shore or whatever. And someone points to the right direction. When I say it was dark as midnight, but that was more important to her to get a few shots. That was like literally taking about 20 minutes where we could have been on the way. Okay? So the shot was perfect, but the situation was horrible. These people are not going to show the arguments. They're not going to show the hidden emotions. There's people out there who really care about their image, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not a social media dude like that. I don't like showing my face on camera. Maybe when I lose like 30 pounds, maybe I'll be flexing with intention. But the point is, these pictures don't mean nothing.
Taking in the experience and documenting their time at the resort.
So here we have yet another unfortunate situation with this young lady, Ashley Robinson, otherwise known as Ashley Janae, a social media influencer that was found dead in her hotel room in Tanzania. Now, for those of you that don't know, she also does travel podcasts, and she has a pretty large following. And being a divester, she was in a relationship with a white guy and seemed to be happy, seemed to be ecstatic about her relationship. And they had traveled to Tanzania, and I think he was going to surprise her with a proposal. And this was around the time of her birthday. So I think the proposal was on the same day as her birthday. I'm not sure. But if you go over and you look at her social media, you know, you see them in Tanzania, you see them having a good time, you see them enjoying life, and you even see him propose. Now, shortly after he proposed, I think the next day they found her, or he found her unresponsive. Now, everybody, including her family, is saying that there's something off about this. There's something problematic about this because, you know, she's not the type of woman that would do something like that to herself. Now, his story is that he came to the room and she was there unresponsive. In fact, I've heard two different stories. I've heard that he found her unresponsive. I also heard that he found her hanging in her room. So she allegedly hung herself, right? Either way, there was something fishy about that story, right? It didn't sound right the moment I heard it. So I did a little more research and tried to figure out what was going on before I did this video. And come to find out, they actually had a dispute. So the hotel staff is saying that right after, I think the same day that he did the proposal, right after that, they had a dispute. They had an argument. And the argument was so bad that the hotel staff separated them into two different rooms. And with that missing piece of the puzzle, I would argue that there's motive there. It's really unfortunate because, in my humble opinion, nothing's going to come of this. That's just my opinion, right? The reason why is because we saw this similar situation, not exactly the same situation.
The dude look tired right in that picture. He look tired. He's like, I'm tired of taking photos of your ass. Hey, baby, take a photo of me, baby. You know, that type of shit is annoying as hell to me. Again, do not fall for these pictures. These are staged moments. It doesn't mean everything's gravy in the back. Homie don't look good at all. He's like, yo, I'm low-key dying over here. It was a good-looking couple, though. Good-looking people. She got the white savior. She got the little, how you say, she has the, what's the shit that make your pictures look better? The airbrush on it. I mean, she is an influencer, so that's what her job is, to take moments. So I'm not saying something wrong with her for doing what she's doing, but this don't mean a goddamn thing. It really doesn't. Obviously, there's some kind of resentment. Who knows what the fight is about? Unless the people who broke them up in different rooms were listening to the conversation. Who knows? But this is the dream she was selling other black women. Okay? Get you a white man, and you will unlock all these materialistic goals and dreams. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She's entitled to feel that way. I don't hold people to a standard like, oh, you should have got with a black person. Hey, look, I am not a divester. I love me some black women. Oh shit! I almost had a heat flash with some black woman saw today. I've also dated interracial. I had an Asian woman for 4 years, beautiful woman. So I really don't care. I care about the personality. I don't care about the skin color at all. That's just me. I do prefer black women, but still. Now again, the issue comes when you hear about people saying, "Hey, where this is better than that." There's always going to be flaws. If you had a black rich man, would have been the same thing. There's all materialistic stuff. You don't know if he got legally, illegally. I'm hearing that he had crypto millions and the crypto market crashed, so he's not balling like he used to. And with a woman like this, obviously you can't renegotiate terms once you get used to a certain lifestyle. You can't go backwards. Who knows what it is? Maybe he was like, yo, we spent too much money. We gotta cut down on some of the stuff. You're like, hell no, this is my life. You should have never spoiled me in this case. I'm just making shit up. Who knows? But I'm not here to talk crap about her. A lot of people feel the same about a lot of things. I mean, even from other countries, like let's say there's an Asian person, let's say from Vietnam, they prefer South Korean Asian women. There's always something like that going on. We just so focused on America, we think everything's black and white. There's so many different class, social issues out there, okay? In this case, we're focused strictly on the black male and black woman experience. Now,
but we saw this with the young lady down in Mexico. Every single time a black woman goes outside of the country and loses her life in a foreign country,
Passport sis.
nothing ever comes of it. There's never any justice. I mean, sometimes it happens in this country. You remember the young black girl in the they found in the freezer?
A lot of shit happens in this country. Okay, not everything makes the news. It's just from male abuse and woman abuse. I personally know somebody who got their child kidnapped. Okay, that's a terror I would never want to experience. If I have a kid, I'm gonna be on that kid like a hawk. I'm gonna have the RFID chip. If you know, you know. Install that shit in her ass or his ass. I don't care. I need a fucking low jack in my kids. If you know what a low jack is, I'll do it. I don't plan on breaking no crime. I'm breaking the law. Give me an RFID chip. Give it to me. I don't care. I need to put it right here, like in between your thumb. There's some kind of put it right here. Give it to me. I don't care. I don't plan on breaking no laws, so it don't scare me if the government knows where the fuck I'm at. My kids the same thing. In case something happens, I know where to find their ass. Because I don't want to experience my baby girl getting kidnapped.
Or, in that hotel up in Chicago. This tends to happen a lot, right? And it's really unfortunate. Now, one of the reasons why I say I don't think anything is going to come of this, I don't think that her family's going to get.
It's in a different country, bro. Different rules. And out there, unlike America, you actually have a chance in America. That's what they're not going to tell you. Well, people who demonize America, saying America is the most horrible place in the world, they're not going to tell you that the little guy has a chance. In certain countries, no matter what you do, you don't have a chance. It's your word versus their word with a bunch of financial muscle behind their word and favors and politicians who are going to lie for them. The in crowd, the tribalism. So out there is different than here in America, where the law is the law, unless you have a crooked judge who's in bed with the lawyers and the lawyers are in bed with the whatever, which happens as well. But you have a higher chance of justice here in this country. Injustice too. Okay, there's people out there who never got caught, who've been framed, but still, you have a higher chance of justice in this country than most places in the entire world.
Justice is because they're saying the authorities already took him into custody, questioned him, and released him, which means they didn't charge him with anything. Now, they could come back and charge him with something if, his story doesn't check out or something, is wrong. But in my opinion, because she lost her life in Tanzania, I don't think anything's going to come of it. And then on top of that, this guy is a hedge fund guy. He has a lot of money. So in my personal opinion, I don't think anything is going to come of it. Now, to everybody that watches my show, even though she's a divester, it is still unfortunate that
Yes, okay. Just because someone's a divester, of course, it's problematic if they're like saying shit about the other race. You've been hearing about that for a long time. I've been hearing that women saying, we don't care if passport bros go. We just don't want you to talk shit about black women. In this case, it's the same thing. We don't care who she goes to. We just don't want to hear that black man ain't ish and the white man is everything in a bag of chips. Because as you can see, he's human too. And he may have more financial gain because of whatever the case may be. But doesn't mean that he's not human. He have no desires. He doesn't have anger. He doesn't have all the above. Okay, he's human just like us. Okay, the only thing you want in exchange is money. You got the money, but it's still other stuff that goes with that money.
This young lady lost her life. It's still a tragedy, and there should be justice. Somebody should be held accountable for her death, because I don't believe she took her own life. And that's just my personal opinion. Now, the woman who did that story just now and was talking about her being a divester, she kind of sugarcoated the whole concept of divesting. I've had back and forths with divestors, and divestors are not just looking to level up. They're not just looking to have
They want to destroy the men they left. They want to use propaganda to make sure every other woman that might be influenced by their platform feels the same way. They want to brainwash other women, in this case, other black women, into feeling the same exact way. Look at Cynthia G, who had a kid with a black man, despite of her hating black men. Now, some may argue being like, well, because of that spirit of her last black man, that's what she hates all black men. Cynthia G is not an attractive woman. She's very ugly. Just keep it 100. I'm not in the best shape like I used to be, but that's not an attractive woman. So whatever white man she may get, I like to see this man because she has a very distinct, a humongous disdain for black men, and she, how you say, romanticizes white men. Let's look at her page. I didn't see her. I know she's banned, but I know she has some videos up there. See what she's dating now. 4 months ago. 1 day ago. Okay. Oh, okay. She's still going. Okay. Her niche isn't what it used to be, or maybe it's more diverse now. So it's not just black men, it's all men now. The most popular one is... Okay, I think she's on Kick or something. I think she has another channel that's actually where her real content goes. It might be old episodes, who knows? Because it says 4 months ago it's the most popular. So that means it's a brand new page. So this is what divestors want to do. They want their followers to feel the same way. They don't want to just say, okay, this is my individual experience, I'm gonna head out. Nah, we want you to feel the way you feel. It's propaganda.
A better life. They are looking to get away from black men. Okay, they're divesting from what they call Blackistan. In other words, they do not want to be in relationships with, marry, or date black men because they believe other men are superior. Now, I have a problem with divestors when it comes to this ideology. I've debated them about this ideology numerous times. And keep in mind, I don't care that she was dating a white guy. It's none of my business. I don't care who people date. I don't care who people fall in love with.
And again,
that's your business.
Just because you may critique somebody doesn't mean they are jealous or we're jealous. Oh, we wish we had a white sugar mom in Tanzania. That's not the case at all. Like zero. All right? I'm just tired of people saying that. Let's not.
It has nothing to do with me. The only problem I have with divestors is their idea that other groups of men are superior to black men. That's just wrong, right? And the only reason I'm bringing this up in light of this tragedy is because I'm watching as black women, some of them who are divestors, that are taking to the internet to use this situation to blame and disparage black men.
Majority of black men are obsessed with seeing black women struggle. They do not feel like you're worthy or that you are worth anything until you struggle, because they have seen their black mothers struggle for their entire lives. I just left Ashley Janae's Instagram page. When I tell you, the comments were so gut-wrenching and disturbing to even read. The whole comment section is full of black men saying, ha ha, that's what y'all get. Y'all said go where you're loved, right? They're literally bashing this young lady that passed away. They are calling black women every word in the book on there. And the saddest part about it all is the fact that there are white men in the comment sections literally proving our point when it comes to black men, saying, well, she's damned if she do, damned if she don't, because look at how y'all are even reacting to the fact that this black woman decided to go where she felt like she was loved at. If we were to circle back to my original statement, it almost feels like black men really want to see black women struggle. to earn the type of love they feel like black women deserve. When black women easily are praised and they're easily loved and they're easily getting these materialistic things, it really bothers them. And so the only narrative they like to come up with is, oh, well, she's going to end up unalive anyway. Oh, why would you want to lay down with your master anyway? All of these things, they get so racist and they get so enraged. And what's so wild is those same black men would date outside their race because they don't like to be a man. And then all the excuses black men have for other black men when you tell black men,
oh. You heard what she just said? By your logic, that means these women date these white men because they don't want to be a woman. It makes no sense. That's like saying, oh, you're just jealous. It's the same thing to me. What?
You know, I was in all toxic relationships when I was dealing with black men, and
And there's black men who feel the same about black women. Am I wrong?
And BB situations and etc. Now they want to say, oh, you just don't know how to pick them. You
know what? Who remembers this case right here? White woman not convicted for shooting black boyfriend. Now I want to see the comment section. Hopefully this is like an old case. I don't see the guy. I know his face. It's not these people. Is it this one? I think it is this one.
Reporting live from Hybrid Clubhouse in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba.
All right, so
now everyone is talking about...
You saw the title, right? Let's go to the comment section and see what they say. Minding my black woman business. I'll die for my white women's. Hold my beer. Self-hatred. When you diss black, we don't have your back. Rest and preference. So this is the same energy they're showing this black girl. Okay, all right, so here we go. Hypocrisy. Can you guys see this? Oh my gosh, you can't even see it. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm practicing for my future videos right now. I gotta get together. He claimed he would die for... Okay, so you see these comments. All right, so please understand this is black men showing the same energy. This is the last big story I've heard of a white woman killing a black man, right? All right, why do these black men who are in relationships with a white woman bring no black woman? She unlike Uncle Ruckus, none of our business. This is not our business. This is all. I'm assuming there's a woman right here. Black woman, this is now a battle, okay? As we should. Mind your black business. She was cleaning her weapon. Ooh, talking shit. So even if a black man likes or prefers a white woman, there is no need to disrespect black women openly online. Never forget your roots, remember. So again, Ashley Janae, apparently she has some distasteful comments on black men, right? So imagine everything you're seeing right now just in reverse. That's what's going on right now, currently. This is a trend for the week.
Choosing little boys, that's your issue. Okay, well, why can't it be the same scenario when it comes to you dating outside your race? Oh, but let y'all have 1-2 bad experiences with black women. Now it's all black women are the same. They all ghetto. They all ratchet. They all loud. They all do too much. Oh, they all force me to be a real man.
Force you to be a real man.
Okay, so the amount of projection in that video is just crazy. Not to mention the fact that you actually did the thing that you were accusing black men of when you said that the only reason black men date outside of their race is because they don't want to be a man, as if other groups of women do not expect their men to be men and handle their business the way men do. So first and foremost, me personally, I don't care who y'all date. Date whoever loves you, and date whoever you love. That's your business. I really don't care about that. But you're projecting because the men that are in that comment section gloating over this young lady losing her life. That's not right. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's right. But in all fairness, you guys celebrated when Kobe Bryant passed away and talked about how his wealth would not go to the black community because his wife was not a black woman.
That's Umar.
You guys celebrated when Kevin Samuels passed away because you didn't like his harsh criticisms. Okay. And the fact that you're trying your best to utilize this in order to air out your grievances about black men, it's really disgusting, in my opinion, because you're really revealing what you really think. Just because those guys are in that comment section doing that and behaving in that manner doesn't mean you got to match their energy and come up here. I don't care about the racial component. This individual.
Let's see what says.
All right, hear me out. And maybe this is just me, but I just thought about it because I was driving on my way home. I'd really be ready to cut a nigga off over the smallest shit. Like the littlest thing, I just be turned off. Like ugh. It was mad people in the regular lane, and the express lane was clear as fuck. I'm zooming through that bitch, passing, feet. As a grown man in 2023, living in the state of Florida, specifically Dade County, Broward County, fuck is you doing without a sun pass? Like honestly, you want to just vibe in traffic? Vibe. Could take you 15 minutes to get somewhere. You want to chill out for the next 45 minutes sitting in a regular lane for what? It ain't gonna work with me, baby. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about, yo, babe, get over into the express lanes faster, da-da-da. Nah, like, I ain't finna do all that. Bitch, if you don't drive over them fucking cones and get on.
By now you may have heard of the tragic story between self-proclaimed soft life investor Ashley Janae and her white fiance, Joe McCain. And the story involves a whirlwind romance, a dream Zanzibar trip, and suddenly a tragic unaliving. Before I cover off this story, I want to first address the elephant in the room.
I've
covered off a lot of domestic disasters. I've covered off about is the fact that black women collectively are not acculturated to deal with white men. Black women collectively are not acculturated to deal with white men, and specifically the wealthy white men that they say that they want. And the reason I think that's really important to understand is because let's say you have an attractive black woman.
So she don't seem like she really she seems like a regular chick that's from the hood but has sense to assimilate with her surroundings. She don't seem like she's just purely feminine. Seems like, she talking like that. That's like a chick in my neighborhood. She could be classy, but she got a little hood in her. That's how she sounds from what I just saw.
She's fit, she's feminine.
By the way, nothing wrong with that, because same thing with me. I'm a straight nerd. I will beat your motherfucking ass, alright? So, I know how to be hood, and I know how to be a certain way in certain environments, certain people. I know how to read the room, so nothing wrong with that.
And she's friendly. She's able to get attention from men of other races, specifically white men. Let's say you have that, and let's just
that's a bad AI.
Say even for a little bit of time.
Yo, the AI looking too good. I don't like this shit, y'all.
She's able to try to talk.
I hope I don't get catfit. Woo! I hope I don't get catfit. Woo! Look at that woman. Jesus Christ.
Quietly, she's able to be.
I can't quit black women. I swear, I just cannot.
In a kind of way that she feels those
non-black
men are going to.
Pissing me off.
Let's just say she's able to do that.
AI is so good, it makes the senses fire off signals. That's how good AI. We all know it's fake, but it's like, damn though, like if you were real.
When she gets angry, when she drops her guard, that attitude starts to show. That neck starts to pop, starts to roll. Her finger starts to move. She starts.
And that's the thing too. Like, I seen it for myself when a black woman gets with a white man. This is not generalizing all black women. I've seen black women still be themselves, kinda, but they definitely put away that black girl attitude. That nigga what attitude? Quick to fire back because they have a mindset that they have to be feminine in order to be with a white man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. When I was with my Asian woman, I mean, look, I'm myself. I'm a nerd. All right, I ain't no hood dude. I know how to get hood if I need to, but by default, I like to chill. I don't like none of that extra rah rah bullshit. Okay. So for me and my personality, I can assimilate to anyone. I don't really have any masks I'm putting on in order to fit in. I don't have it. It's just me. Like every day, this is me. There's people out there who go to work, they gonna have to put on their work personality, right? Then when they get out of work, they become hood ratchet, shaking ass, trying to get girls. Like that's like their life, like on some acting, like full-time acting job, right? And people like me who, because I'm always myself, I may get critiqued because I'm not acting like everyone else. So for me, this is not an act. But there's people out there who really know how to put on an act with certain people when they're around. But sooner or later, when the opportunity presents itself, the real person comes out. All right? Now, I got a bad side to me too. There's certain things I don't like to tolerate, certain things I don't like to do. But outside of that, this is how I am all the time. I'm just chill like that.
To get in your face, she starts to be who she is, and she starts to talk the way that black women collectively have been acculturated to talk to each other, to black.
Acculturated. I've never heard that word before. Let me see what that means. I already have an idea what it means, but let's see the official definition. Acculturation means assimilation to a different culture, typically dominant one. Okay. Just like I thought. Okay. Just double checking. You never know. You never know. You never know.
Black men, okay. She starts to channel that sass. She starts to get real sassy with him. White men don't know how to deal with that. And I'm talking specifically about the white men that these women want, because let it be clear, a lot of these black ladies who are, they want this.
There's a black woman on my timeline right now. Like when I said I ain't seen you like in a minute and my damn jaw dropped, way better looking this AI motherfucker right here. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I gotta look at this picture one more time.
Soft life, they're
I'm
promoting the
sorry.
soft life, they desire that soft life. They are desiring white men with resources, with
She's
status.
Haitian too.
They're desiring the kind of like the MAGA, make America great again. I love America because what America's done for me. They're desiring the kind of white men that white women collectively want. The ones with power, influence, money, connections, the business class, corporate class, white collar, the professional class. That's the kind of white men that they're wanting. Those kind of white men with power are not acculturated to having women with sass cuss them out when they get mad. Women with sass put their finger in their face when they get mad. Women with sass threaten them. Women with sass cuss them out, say all kinds of different things about their mama. Those kind of men are not necessarily acculturated to that. So the reason I'm saying that, I just wanted to lay that foundation because we never talk about that. Somehow when we see these soft life things, it's like women feel that just because they look a particular way or just because they're able to, I don't know, bat their eyes or look nice in a bikini and maybe even talk in a sweet, divestiture voice for a little bit of time, and they can get a white man's attention, that's enough. But it's like, no, what happens when you get mad? How do you talk to this man when you're frustrated?
When it comes to long-term relationships, you guys see the worst side of somebody, and you have to ask yourself, can you handle the worst side of these people? The honeymoon phase is the honeymoon phase for a reason. When it phases out and you see someone, when they reveal themselves for real, some people get violent, some people cheat, some people, they go back into their shell. Some people are outright disrespectful, will say everything, all your secrets that you said to them, because you can find trust that they ain't gonna never say it out loud, and they do it in front of everybody, not just in front of you, in front of your friends, their friends. Start gossiping about your business when they get mad. So you understand that? That's the only people you could really see if you could be in a relationship with them, you gotta see their bad side. I wish there was like a fucking technology to see someone's bad side. So you can predict how they're gonna act under stress. Like there's a video I saw of a woman saying, "Look, your partner should see you in the worst light ever. Let's say if you lost a child. Let's say you raised a child and you lost a child. How would that person act toward you in that kind of tragedy?" I'm just giving you an example. Some of the most unimaginable scenarios that no one wants to experience. That's when you see someone's real character. Okay?
And we're not willing to talk about the fact that black men
Like that porno star I got, Zion.
are acculturate. Black men are accustomed to dealing with black women's attitude. White men are not. Black men and black women.
There's some black men who like that. I mean, not me, but I've dealt with someone who's very like, I mean, all out of pocket with the mouth. Like say anything they can to try to hurt your feelings, no matter what it is, even if it's not true. They want to hurt your feelings. I can deal with it. I mean, I dumped her immediately. Actually, no. She got disrespectful because I dumped her for the same thing, and then after she noticed that I was going to take her back, she literally went the most disrespectful way you could imagine. I can't repeat what she said, and I laughed at her and showed that I'm not intimidated, and I know that pissed her off even more because I wasn't hurt. I'm like, okay, nice try, but I saw signs of that before I dumped her. Yes, you're right. A lot of people are just not used to a black girl attitude, and I'm saying that from respect. Like I've experienced, like I'm talking about straight out about you, bitch ass nigga. You got a little dick. Blah 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 blah. So's cuter than you. I'm gonna f so and so. Like just they tried and dig for whatever insecurity you may have. They try to dig it out of you, and then they try to buck up on you like they gonna punch you in the face. And the moment you show your strength, they want to turn feminine. Now they're just a girl, then they're just a female. I see them on eyes my whole life. But I don't deal with girls like that. And they're black women like that. So not all black women are like this, but I understand the context what she's talking about.
Women, they will go back and forth. They will yell at each other. Black men grew up with mamas yelling at them, calling them all kind of N-words, cussing them out, saying all kind of different things. They grew up with that. And so if they experience that from black women, it may be annoying, but it doesn't register into them as like crazy or disrespectful. They're just like, okay, this is just how women are. White men, powerful, influential white men.
I've never been with a white woman, but I'm pretty sure she gets disrespectful too. I mean, I've never been, and I'm sorry to characterize black women just looking for flaws. I'm pretty sure anyone out there will look for flaws, okay? But unfortunately, disrespect is actually like I was with a girl, right? She said I'm sensitive because she was talking to me crazy, and I literally told her I don't like that. Like, and she called me soft because I'm thinking the other dude, like he's a curse her out back. I think she's just used to that kind of dynamic, like a dude cursing her out back, like fuck you, bitch. I'm not used to that. Because the way she was talking to me, she's like she expected me to like I guess buck up on her. I'm like, yo, I'm not playing that over here, yo. What the fuck is that? And then she wasn't used to it, so instead of saying, okay, now all black men are the same, she tried to insult me because I guess she's used to a certain type of dude. And those type of dudes, I don't know. That's probably why you'll see a woman mess with thug dudes because they may act a certain way. I mean, may not physically touch her, but act verbally violent enough, and that's some women turn on. They get turned on by that shit, yo. Maybe I'm the weird one.
No. I mean, and again, I'm speaking in generalities. I'm speaking in very generalities. I'm not saying like every white man is.
Yeah, because every black woman I was in a relationship, with the exception of one I just mentioned not too long ago, they ain't disrespectful like that. I've seen it though. I experienced it in school. I experienced it outside of school or in everyday life. Deal with a black woman, but the ones I deal with ain't like that at all. They're very respectful. So yeah. I mean, everyone has stereotypes. People stereotype me every fucking day. So if I guess I get stereotyped and I'm expecting to shut the hell up about it, then I can do the same thing. But Yes, not all black women are saying, not all black men are saying, and that's the issue. Too many generalizations in these YouTube streets.